Hey everybody, how's it going? Serial Lover Jive here, and today I'm going to be going over how to make money in Entropia Universe in 2018. So this is an update to my sort of well-known video about how to make money in Entropia Universe. And for those of you coming here for the first time, Serial Lover Jive, that's me, and I'm a guy that does a lot of Entropia Universe videos along with a ton of other stuff. Feel free to check that out. Just hit my channel after this video, see if you like it, and maybe subscribe if you do. Anyways, let's get right into it. So in Entropia Universe, there's three main ways to make money. You can either trade, you can own deeds, or you can really like play the game the way it's meant to be played, make money mining, crafting, hunting, whatever. The last one is very hard to do, and you likely can't do it. So let's start off with the first two. All right, so let's get off that view and go to the auction. This is where you're going to go if you want to make any money at all. So, first things first, the main thing, the easiest way to make money would be your deeds. Okay, I'm a big believer in deeds. I bought a ton of them, and it has worked out well for me. I've got Calypso land deeds. I have Arcadia Underground deeds and Compet deeds. Out of all these three, I definitely recommend Calypso land deeds or Arcadia Underground deeds. What these deeds do is Calypso land deeds will pay you once a week, about 5 PEDs per deed. Arcadia land deeds will pay you once a day, about 1 to 2 PECs per deed. So they're priced accordingly. Obviously, that sort of makes sense. Now, if you go here, you can buy a ton of deeds. This is the auction. You go to all estate/deeds. You can see all the different deeds and how much they're worth. Compet deeds jumped up just now because of some recent updates. I'll make another video on that. But for those of you just watching this video in 2018, Arcadia Underground deeds and Calypso land deeds are the main ones I'd recommend. You can see Arcadia Underground deeds are selling for 82.99 PEDs buyout. That is a pretty solid price, but I don't know where it's going to be at later. So if you got a question, just check out down in the comments below. And if you can't see an answer, let me know. Next up, you've got your Calypso land deeds, okay? So there's X, those ones with the X in it, and there's ones without the X. Both types of deeds are going to pay you out. These you can't use to claim land. These, the ones I have, you can. So the ones that you can claim land with are worth a little bit more, but they're both going to pay you out the same. This is actually not a bad price, 1,900 PEDs. That's pretty good. They used to be over 2,000, I believe. Calypso land deeds, okay, they're not even that much above it. But yeah, basically, there's no reason not to buy these, in my opinion, when they're below 2,000 PEDs. It's a good deal if you've got the money sitting around. I'd say why not do it? Now, the thing to remember here is just consider whether you want to buy property or not. If you don't, just buy the ones with the X. If you do, buy these. If you're thinking about it, just buy these. It's not that much more. There's no reason not to. So, that's deeds is basically a dividend system. You invest, you get paid out, you hope they go up in value. So when you sell, you get a little bit too. But even if you don't, you're still making about like 5 to 10% on your money. That's pretty good. If you put in a few thousand US dollars, you'll be able to play the game for free. But let's say you don't have that money, or you just don't feel like making an investment. You want something a little bit more active. This is where you can really start trading. This is the second thing I was talking about. Trading is more like playing the market. That's when you buy something low, sell it high. There's a few ways to do that, but the way that I like best, the way that I recommend to everybody, and I make videos that go in depth in this, is you use the chat. So let's pull that up. And you go to a channel, like we talked about this just recently in one of my videos. Shout out to, I forget who it was that told me that, but shout out to them. So go to these channels. There's different channels for each planet. You've got hashtag trade, hashtag Kelly trade, hashtag arc trade, hashtag rock trade. These are just for the different planets. Kelly trade's for Calypso, arc trade is for Arcadia, rock trade is for Rocktropia. You put out what you're selling or what you're buying on there, and you wait for someone to message you. Hopefully they will. Maybe they won't. You never know. But it's a pretty simple system. There's no real like tricks to it or anything like that. You just figure out what you can buy and you put out your thing, or what you can sell and you put out your thing. So let's say you want to sell deeds, okay? The auction is going to take a fee. So if I go here, let's say I'm going to sell one of my deeds. So let's split it. Let's do one. We already said like I like 2,000 PEDs. That's what I want to get for. So let's say I want to list it at that, right? So look at that. Right now I'm paying 10 PEDs in auction fees, which means if I sell on the auction, I'm saving myself 10 PEDs or $1. If you want to be a trader, your goal is to use that to your advantage. Find someone who's selling, get them to sell it to you for 10 PEDs less, then sell it to someone who's buying for 5 PEDs more than what you bought it at. If you can do that in bulk, you're making money. That would be like a trader that's sort of a go-between. You're avoiding the auction. The other option would be to buy off these trade channels, like let's say Ors or Nmatter. Buy one of those, buy them a little bit lower than auction price, then go to the auction and sell them. This is pretty easy. You pay the listing fee, but you can get a higher markup because most people would rather use auction than sit around waiting, like trying to find the right guy to sell them the right thing. They'd rather just use auction. So this is where you come in. You sit around on these channels, you buy whatever you want, really. Usually you're going to buy Ors and Nmatter. Then you just come here and sell them. So if you're buying Angelic Flakes, look at this. You can see the main buyout's 106.64%. You can buy at 105. You're making 1.64% on your on whatever you buy. So if you buy 1,000 PEDs worth, you're making about 10 PEDs a sale, or a sale on auction. That's pretty good. That really is. You can just keep running through this day after day, day after day, day after day. You're going to slowly build up profits. Also, keep note of orders. You can use those. I go over that in another video. Feel free to check that video out. But the basis of it is put an order in at 105%. When you get enough, sell it at 106. Make sure you keep what you're selling into low quantities. You don't want to be selling big amounts like this. You want to be selling maybe like 50 PED amounts. That's sort of the sweet spot, unless it's more requested or Nmatter. Then you might be able to bump it up to 100. But generally, 50 PEDs is the sweet spot. That's what I'd recommend going with. Now, those are sort of the two main ways to do it. Trading, that is. If you're really like looking to get crazy with it, you can go and sort of buy a shop and you can use that, but that's a whole nother category. Don't even think about that right now. Right now, we're just focused on the big three. So next up, you can just get really good at the game. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? That means you get really good at the game. You figure out, so like there's three professions in the game: crafting, mining, and hunting. Crafting takes a lot. It costs a lot. It's a big startup fee. But the beautiful part about crafting is once you get to a certain point, once you've put in that initial investment, you can almost guarantee a profit if you know what you're doing. So that one's a good one. Otherwise, you can go into mining or hunting, and both of these are going to require you to have a lot of knowledge of the game. You've got to invest a lot. You've got to know what you're doing. You've got to know where you're mining. You've got to know where you're hunting. You've got to watch a ton of my videos, guys. Always watch a ton of my videos. But you've really got to know like what areas have the best ores, what ores have the best markups, and where you can go to find that. And then you've got to amp up or do something like that. So I'll go over real quick just as we get like a nice view of Calypso, because this is one of my favorite spots. And you guys might be new to the game, so I want to show you what it's all about. So yeah, let's say you wanna do crafting. Okay, I'm gonna go over each of these sort of gameplay mechanics in detail and how you might be able to make money. So if you want to be good at crafting, what you've got to do is you've got to start off, get a lot of skills, and then buy some blueprints that nobody else has. Blueprints would be, let's see, where are they? Blueprints would be these things, right? Buy something nobody else has that has a high markup that you can sort of make a percentage on. Use that blueprint, make a lot of money, and then sell it on auction. Sell whatever you're creating on auction, or sell it to buyers that you know. If you can keep all the stuff off auction, it's way better for you. But sell it to people for a little bit of a markup, a little bit more than what you paid for everything that it cost you to make it, and you're going to be making money. You're going to be doing good. This is a hard method to start, but once you start it, you're going to be golden. There's a lot of people who have made a lot of money crafting, frankly. There's some really famous crafters that they owned it. They really owned the universe, and they made it their own. Now, next up is hunting. No, let's say mining, because that's the next best thing. If you don't have the money or you don't have the patience to do crafting, mining's the next best thing. Mining, you're getting resources. Those are ores and Nmatter. Ores and Nmatter you can generally sell to a markup to crafters who are making money off of that. So get really good at mining. Use some maps that are online, use some tools, figure out where the best ores and Nmatters are, get a mining device that can go really deep. So you've got to skill up to be able to use these devices. Keep that in mind, but get a device that can mine really deep. I've got a 105, and that's the bare minimum, I'd say, if you want to make a profit mining. then go to these areas that you know are producing some really cool stuff, some really good stuff, and start mining. Put an amp on so your finds are going to be bigger, and get that high value or an end matter, that high markup. Markup is the key here to each one. Get that high markup or an end matter, and then sell it for profit to crafters. Pretty easy, right? Next up, you want to be hunting. This is the fun. This is a really fun profession. A lot of people like it, and that means that it is probably the most expensive one to do and the hardest to do right, because everybody wants to do it. So with that, in hunting, if you want to make money, what you've got to do is find the right mob, the monster, the right creature. Find one that'll give you high markup items fairly often. Hunt that creature just religiously. Keep killing it, keep killing it, keep killing it. Grind it out, grind it out, grind it out. Make sure you've got the optimal gear, the best armor if you need it, the best healing devices, and the best everything. You want the most economical everything. So it costs you as little as possible to hunt these creatures. If you can get just a little bit there, if you can get just slightly good at it, you know what that means? You're going to make a profit, because you're going to be able to do it a little bit cheaper than everybody else. You're getting a really good weapon, a really good amp, a really good something that you can sell for high markup, and that's what makes it worth it. That's sort of the only way to do it. That's how you really want to do this. And yeah, that would just be how to profit when you're hunting, mining, or crafting. These are really hard things to do. I just sort of went over them in a very sort of quick way. If you're looking for more information, I've got way more detailed videos on it. Check those out. Just type into the YouTube search algorithm, Entropia Universe, how to profit hunting, mining, or crafting. Not hunting, mining, or crafting. You put in either hunting, either mining, or either crafting, and one of my videos will come up and it'll show you how to do it, and hopefully it'll answer a lot of the questions that I'm leaving in this video. I don't want to go too in depth, as I said. Now, are these the only ways you can profit in Entropia Universe? No, they're not. There's a lot of other cool, very unique, very niche, very hard to get into ways to do it. You can be a stylist, you can do hair cuts, you can do avatar creation or recreation. You can take one of these things, these planes that I've got right here, and fly people between planets, making a little bit of profit there. There's a ton of options, and there's a ton of options waiting to be found. You can be an event planner, you can be I don't know, you can be a guide, you can be a healer, you can do whatever you really want to do in Entropia Universe, but I'm just giving you a few ways to start off making money. These are the three most obvious, the easiest to do, and the ones that I'd recommend starting out with. I hope you guys really like this game if you're just getting into it. If you're not just into it, I'm hoping that you guys are just going to keep playing this game and keep having fun with it. If you've got any questions, any comments, anything like that, feel free to ask them down below. This video is going to be something that's probably going to be watched for a while, so even if this video is 8-9 months old, unless I'm dead or like detained somewhere, I'm going to be answering your questions. I'm going to be helping you guys out. So no one is too late to ask a question. Just type it down below, and if I don't answer it, I'm sure someone else will. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and I really hope you just enjoy your time playing games, playing Entropia, and have a good life. If you follow me, thank you for that. If you don't, hit that sub button. Maybe you'll learn something, especially if you want to keep doing Entropia Universe. If you can't do that for whatever reason, please just give me a like. It's going to help me out. It's going to get this video more views. It's going to teach more people about Entropia Universe. So that's it. Peace.